Urban floods, that is the new topic that comes under the GS paper third. Disaster and disaster management. Heavy involves significant factors that are poor planning, inadequate infrastructure, unauthorized construction, and encroachment of rivers and lake bed. Urban floods are a result of both meteorological and hydrological factors. Meteorological factors, rainfall, frequency and intensity, storms, temperature, etc. Hydrological factors are associated with groundwater levels, extent of impervious surface, etc. When combined with anthropogenic factors in urban centers, events of inundation of large area by water are classified as urban flood. Anthropogenic factors: land use changes, exploitation of floodplains by construction and similar activities, poor solid waste management and destruction of drainage complicate the system. According to NDMA, urban flooding is significantly different from rural flooding, as urbanization leads to developed catchment, which increases the flood peaks from 1.8 to 8 times and flood volume by up to 6 times. Urban areas are densely populated, and thus the economic impact can be much higher than floods in rural areas. Causes of urban flooding in India. Hydrological factors. Flood risk arises when the surface runoff is greater than the infiltration rate. Infiltration rates depends upon the type of soil, their respective water retention capacities, vegetation cover, and the vegetation cover helps in reduce the speed of water and increase infiltration, etc. Paved roads and lack of vegetation cover reduces rate of infiltration. Lower infiltration leads to higher runoff and flooding. Second impact cause of urban flooding in India is anthropogenic and human factors. Human interference in the natural environment. Urbanization has led to encroachment on water bodies and construction on beds of rivers, lakes, and this leads to obstructs natural flow of water. Here is the data. In 2021, a CAG report had highlighted the Ruhat Bangalore Mahanagar Palike BBMP had not removed 740 encroachments out of the 2626 identified near water bodies. And here's the second data that contains Karnataka State Action Plan on Climate Change 2013 had noted that drain infrastructure of Bangalore is not enough to handle even moderate rainfall events. Yet the infrastructure has not been updated. Also, lack of regular cleaning and upkeep of drains leads to clogging and flooding. And here is the impacts of urban flooding. Urban regions are hubs of economic activities and contains critical infrastructure. Damage of critical infrastructure in major urban centers has an impact of both the state and national level. Here's the example. In 2005 flood in Mumbai, disruption of operations of stock exchanges, that is BSE and NSE, and shut down financial services, resulting in losses exceeding 100 million US dollar. Disruption in power and transportation impact day-to-day life of residents. Extreme events cause loss of life and property. Spread infection, spread of epidemics. Flood water from industrial and storage locations may disperse chemical that is very dangerous and fuels into water. Toxic chemicals and sewage water can both pose serious risk to general public health and water supply. Major challenges: the group of lower income affected directly and faces the ability to earn livelihood. Way forward: water sensitive urban design and planning techniques. Vulnerability analysis and risk assessment should be mandatory in city master plans. Comprehensive database of all wetlands and water bodies free from encroachments, floodplains, and natural water bodies must be restored. Need to adopt scientific management measures. Mapping of flood vulnerability. Hydraulic and hydrological models must be used. Urban infrastructure must be upgraded. Vegetation, green cover should be expanded, and the reduces runoff and stormwater. Improved coordination between water resources and disaster management authorities for integrated approach. Participatory approach, early action coordination. Sponge cities. Sponge cities are designed in such a way that it acts like a sponge for rainwater. Water is absorbed and allowed to naturally filter through the soil to reach the aquifers. An aquifer recharge helps fulfill the water needs of the city. Sponge cities has contiguous open green spaces and interconnected waterways and channels. Here's the conclusion. Addressing the challenge of urban flood requires a concerted efforts of union, state, local governments along with the citizens.